The heinous murders of Shanann Watts and her two beautiful girls shocked the world. Police say a father and husband did the unthinkable, killing his own family.
And this case prompted so many of you to have very difficult conversations about whether he should face the death penalty.
The public just doesn't really have the appetite for it anymore.
But is that really the case?
Well, tonight, Denver 7's Jennifer Kowaleski is going 360 on capital punishment in Colorado.
This house is not complete without anybody here.
The haunting stare of a desperate father. Just days before becoming one of Colorado's most infamous accused killers.
If you're out there, just come back.
In a murder plot that's gripped the nation, police arrested Christopher Watts for killing his pregnant wife Shanann and young daughters Celeste and Bella.
This is absolutely the worst possible outcome.
But this isn't a story about why he did it. This is about a decision that could cost him his life.
The maximum sentence is death. Do you understand?
And that's where one of the most controversial issues gets even more complicated. Many Coloradans are already calling for Watts' execution. They've even created this Facebook group. But ultimately, the decision is up to one person, Weld County District Attorney Michael Rourke.
Way too early to have that conversation.
But it's a conversation that we can't ignore, an issue that challenges the very foundation of our morals. And this is where our 360 begins, a deeper look at capital punishment through the eyes of those who've been there. A mother and lawmaker whose son was gunned down. The prosecutor who decided the Aurora Theater shooter should be put to death. A lawyer who says capital punishment is nothing less than murder. And a juror whose belief forever changed after one experience. Let's begin with him.
Grew up believing that, an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth kind of a deal. And
Nate Becker.
So was in support of the death penalty.
Changed his mind on capital punishment after he served as a juror on a death penalty case in Douglas County. We'll get back to why in a minute. But let's shift our focus to the prosecutor, someone else tasked with deciding whether someone lives or dies.
It was probably the hardest professional decision that I've had to make.
Arapahoe County District Attorney George Brockler. He tried the most high-profile death penalty case in recent history.
We, the jury, do not have a unanimous final sentencing verdict.
You didn't get death. Do you think there was still justice?
I think that there was justice from the standpoint that that's what our system produced.
Ultimately, one juror saved the life of the shooter, responsible for killing 12 innocent people inside this Aurora Theater.
We're not Texas. We're not Georgia. We're not Florida. We're the state of Colorado. We do this a bit differently, and I think we do it the right way.
He is one of the few DAs anywhere in the entire state of Colorado who regularly seeks the death penalty.
Now to our lawyer's perspective. David Lane, one of the state's most respected defense attorneys, disagrees with Brockler.
I am unalterably, completely, 100% opposed to the death penalty in all cases for anyone.
Lane thinks an eye for an eye should never be the answer.
If you kill someone, we're going to kill you, means that we are stooping to exactly the same level that he stooped to, and we're better than that.
Which brings us back to Brockler's perspective.
The death penalty in Colorado is appropriate to distinguish what I will call regular murders from more aggravated, heinous murders.
Now let's go to that mother and lawmaker who supports the death penalty for an entirely different reason.
It's very hard, but it's hard every day because every day I have a sense of emptiness.
For Democratic State Senator Rhonda Fields, this is personal.
He was my only son. I taught him how to tie his shoes.
Javad Marshall Fields was murdered in 2005, along with his fiancée, Vivian Wolf. Both were about to start careers and life together in Virginia. Before they could start that life, Marshall Fields was set to testify about the night his friend was murdered.
He will never call me mommy again. I will never see him married. I will never have grandchildren from him. All of that was taken away from me because someone decided to silence a witness.
The men responsible for killing her son are two of Colorado's 3 inmates sitting on death row. The third is Nathan Dunlap, convicted of killing 4 employees at an Aurora Chuck E. Cheese in 1993. Governor John Hickenlooper granted Dunlap a temporary reprieve and left his fate up to the next governor, while Rhonda's fight for justice is still far from over.
After 16 years, I've come to understand that you can't really debate or change someone's decision as it relates to who's for and who's against the death penalty.
Let's bring back in juror Nate Becker. he's the exception to Rhonda's rule.
Walked away angry. I walked away disappointed in our judicial system.
His time on a death penalty jury redirected his moral compass from a supporter to now strongly opposed to capital punishment.
And I felt like the death penalty is not justice, it's vengeance.
Becker's trial came to an abrupt end when the judge let the defense present evidence sympathetic to the defendant. Evidence Becker says should have come to light long before he was asked to potentially put a man to death. Evidence so strong, the prosecution took the death penalty off the table, knowing it would impact jurors.
It became very apparent to me that we're asking people to come to these conclusions and we're not providing them all the information. We're hiding facts, we're hiding information and asking them to do that.
And what about the heavy burden that kind of decision leaves on jurors?
Is that fair? Is it fair to ask another person to live with that for the rest of their life?
So where do you stand on this debate?
At the end of the day, people's opinions on this are irrelevant to the pursuit of justice.
For now, in the Watts case,
ultimately, 100% of it to move forward sits on the shoulders of Michael Rourke, and he is the right person to make that decision.
And back to that haunting stare from an accused killer whose life now hangs in the balance. Jennifer Kowaleski, Denver 7.
If you think we missed a viewpoint or you want to weigh in on anything about this story, please email us at 360@thedenverchannel.com or join the conversation on Facebook and Twitter.